You might recognise this man here beside me. It's the number 33 away in Garrett.
Brought to you by BeforeMX.com, the classified ads website for everything off-road.
Hello and welcome to the Belly of the Beast. We're in the middle of the SSE Arena here in Belfast for the 2020 edition of the Arena Cross UK Tour. So what is Arena Cross? You may have never seen this sport before. Basically, what we've been doing all summer long last year, covering the sport of motocross around Ireland, you take all that, turn it up to 11 and bring it inside. So this is a sport of Arena Cross here today. We'll have plenty of action all day long. We'll be trying to cover it and show you what's happening. But first, let's have a look at the track and see what these riders will be up against for the 2020 edition for round 1 of the Arena Cross UK Tour. Right, so I'm just down here at the start of the circuit now, and you can see the start gate in behind me. So in Arena Cross you've got 12 riders all lined up one beside the other here, and it's the exact same as motocross. There'll be a 15-second board up at the end of the straightaway up here behind me. It'll turn to 5, the revs will go up, this gate behind me here will drop, and everybody will be sent all the way along down this start straight here to the end. The other thing to notice about the Arena Cross starters as well is that we don't start on a dirt start. We have this metal grate here underneath me, if you see me. And the big thing about that is it makes the start nice and even for everybody, but it also offers a lot of grip and traction on the bikes. And you see the bikes really squatted down on the front so that the riders can put all their power to the back wheel and make that burst to the first corner and try and get around it in first position. So I've just got the first corner in here behind me where all the bikes will be pouring in together and trying to squeeze around this inside here. So it's a place to watch out for plenty of action at the start of a race. But they're straight into a very tricky rhythm section, alright, just to get it started. And when I say a rhythm section, what I mean is here that there's a series of jumps down the track where the riders can choose different options to jump. They might go 1, 2 over this, they might go 1 and jump all the way onto this flat bit here where the guys are standing, and there's different options and ways of changing that around, but the fastest way will come out during the qualifying practice later on this morning. And it's a place where you see a lot of the riders, they look around the track and see what might work, what mightn't at the start of the day, but the real proof will be once these bikes are rolling wheels around this circuit and we see what really works. So one of the scariest things for these riders is something that's named not so scary as this whoop section here behind me. And basically what it is it's a series of rollers up and down laid one after the other. Now you might think it'd be the right thing to do to just kind of jump through these lads here, but what the riders actually do is they'll get up onto the top surface of the whoops and skim the bike along the top. So pop, 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 pop. And it's a very difficult and tricky manoeuvre to do because the bike can start to swap left and right and you'll be spat out over the handlebars pretty quickly by the time you get to the end. And just to give you an idea as to how high these are here, I'm standing down in the middle of it. And if I try and just line it up with about knee height there, you can see that each one of these bumps is about, I don't know, 2 or 3 foot high. So the camera never does it justice as to how big these things really are, but have no fear that these are quite a tricky obstacle to get to, and you're sure to see a lot of action on either side of the race as well. Alright, so I'm starting off my first interview of the weekend with somebody that's super famous. It's Jordan Kinsley here, and Jordan, you kind of popped into our lives when you did that interview with MX Vice and it all went viral around the internet. But you're here for Arena Cross today now, so how are you feeling about the weekend?
Feeling absolutely great, better than ever. Just hoping for like good starts all weekend, consistent. Try get up the top, try stay up the top, and that's my goal. Try get on the podium, because then I'd be super happy with myself, and then that means that I'd be more confident going in for the next round in Birmingham.
Wow, Jesus, Jordan, you have it all figured out here. So this is, I was talking with yourself and your dad there a minute ago, and this is your first time doing the Arena Cross as well. So when you're walking around the track here now, what does it feel like to look at this?
Just feels great to know that I'm going to be riding this instead of watching this now. I'm going to be riding it, going over the whoops, the tabletops, the big like doubles, everything. I'm just like so excited about it, and it's just making me amazed.
So you're not afraid of it at all? I'm walking around here, I'm afraid of looking at it, but you're all ready for it, ready for action. Brilliant. Okay, and you're doing the full series then, this full Arena Cross series, so you'll be over to the UK. So where are the next rounds?
Birmingham is the next round, and then after is Wembley.
After is Wembley. Alright, brilliant. Well, thanks very much for talking to me here this morning, Jordan. And if you see Jordan around at the tracks, if you're at these events or around Ireland, be sure and give him a high five. He's out there trying his best and he's super excited and can't sleep last night at all.
Not at all.
Thanks, Jordan. High five. across the road from the arena at Belfast, and this is where the riders will set up camp for the weekend. Some of them will have camper vans and they can come back here with their bikes, get them repaired if there are any repairs that needs to be done, top them up with fuel, change out their gear and all that kind of stuff. It's sort of a central base camp for the riders here all weekend to make sure that everything is kept right. But this is the holding area in behind me where all the riders are waiting to before they go on the start gate, which is just up through that entrance there. But you can see Marty Barr in behind me here getting ready for his first run out on the track. And if you look just through the curtain through here, you can see that this is leading out onto the circuit as well, into the arena cross, where you can see a little bit of the action all right.
Please you lot, make a lot of noise. Your homegrown talent, number 50, taking top spot here tonight, Charlie Irwin! Listen to that tune for you, buddy.
I'm catching up with this tall young man beside me here, and it's the number 50 of Charlie Irwin. Charlie, you took the win yesterday in the 85cc class for the overall on the first night of the Belfast Arena Cross here. How was it for you?
Yeah, it was good. The track was very sketchy, so I was just trying to not make mistakes.
Yeah, well, you look very comfortable out there anyway, and you had a good lead overall. I think you're training with Martin Barr, and that way is all that practice and preparation helping you with last night.
Yeah.
Brilliant. And you're a tall young fella here now. I'm only 5'8.5" on a good day myself, but would you think about moving to a 125 in the near future, or what does it look for you?
Yeah, I was going to move to 125 this year, but then you have to be 13, and I'm not 13 until May, so I have to wait till May.
Alright, well, I'm sure you'll get there soon enough anyway. We're looking forward to May. But what were your expectations for the weekend coming in here? Did you think you had a chance of winning?
I just thought about a top 3, and then after the qualifying I thought I could definitely win.
Brilliant, brilliant. Alright, well, thanks very much for talking to me here this morning, Charlie, and best of luck for night 2 of the Belfast Arena Cross.
Thanks.
We're doing a bit of track prep here after the practice this morning. You might recognise this man here beside me. It's the number 33 of Wayne Garrett. Wayne, you've come down to the Arena Cross today here in Belfast. Is this something you come to every year, and do you enjoy the event?
Yeah, it's always nice. It's a one-off race, so it's nice to come down and enjoy a wee bit of indoor stuff. You're guaranteed you're not going to get soaked, and they always put on a good show here, so it's nice to come down and enjoy it.
Absolutely, yeah, and we've just been watching some of the practice here this morning, some of the qualifying going through. Is there any of the riders that are really standing out to you this weekend?
Well, for sure, the big number 1, Cedric Subras on 250, he's looking very, very fast at the moment. Him and Dan Reardon, Thomas Ramette, I would say probably at the moment look the fastest guys on track.
And what about the Irish contingent then? In the pro classes we have Jordan Keogh, Stuart Edmonds, Graham Irwin and Martin Barr. Do you think these boys will be up there with it as well?
Yeah, it's good to see all the local guys getting out there, and at the moment the guys are looking very good. I guess at the end of the day, when you're out against guys that are doing this as a full-time job, indoor stuff, you know, you can't expect the guys to be going out and beating them, but hey, so far the guys are looking very, very good out in track, and I guess the more laps they get in, the better they're going to get and more comfortable. So hopefully come the night show, a good start. The boys mightn't be far away, and be good to see one of the guys up front.
Yeah, it'll be a brilliant result for the Irish crowd here tonight as well. And Justin, yourself then, what's your involvement with the sport like these days? I was just talking off camera there about some training schools and stuff, so do you still get a lot of enjoyment out of sport?
Yeah, I guess for me it's something I've done so many years in life, and I don't know anything else, and for me now I guess I'm kind of past worrying about riding myself, and I like to try and help some of the younger kids coming up. There's not so much out there for the kids to steer them in the right direction. So for me, I run a small team where I help a few of the kids out, and I'm actually down this weekend helping one of the kids out, young Ben, riding the 65 class. So I help him and Tony and James McCann. So, you know, for me it's just having that enjoyment where I'm trying to steer them and give them the knowledge, and for me standing back seeing the smile when they come in after a good race, that's kind of where I get my buzz now.
Brilliant, brilliant, Wayne. Well, it's great to talk to you here today at the Arena Cross, and I hope you have a lovely evening as well, and thanks for talking to us.
Thank you very much. Yep, looking forward to tonight.
The whole stadium is beginning to fill up here behind me now, and you can see the plenty of lights in action. They're beginning to build the atmosphere here for Arena Cross UK 2020, but there's a lot that goes into it as well, and if I rotate the camera around here, you can start to see some of the behind the scenes action here, where all the guys are doing the organising, making sure that the timing's kept right, that the lights are kept right, that they're getting the video action that they want to as well. I'll try and get a video just panning across in behind here and show you some of what's being done, but it's about 7 o'clock here now on night one, and the stadium's really beginning to fill up, and I can't wait for it to get started. And where I'm at now is the rider family area. It's located in the bottom corner of the arena here, and this is where the riders' families and teams can come and gather. You can see them gather up in here behind me to watch and encourage their riders all night long and see how they're getting on. So this will be my vantage point for the night as well. I'll try and get some shots from around the arena for the night to bring you the best racing content that we can here for Before MX.